We are ready to start the press conference of our winners for this year UEFA Europa League final. Congratulations also to Sevilla for the 7th title in the history, really great achievement. And we will start with questions for anyone you know. We have Bounou also with us, Yassine Bounou, who was the player of the final. Please raise your hand, either for the coach or for the player. Okay, so let's start here, the first row, please. Vamos a empezar aquí. ¿Qué dijo?
Bueno, I can ask the coach or the player. Okay. Bueno, Mendy, felicidades por el título, también Yassine. Te quiero preguntar ahora, ya has dicho en zona mixta el tema de la renovación, si te voy a preguntar otra cosa. Has dicho varias veces que, bueno, has tenido partidos importantes en toda tu carrera en equipos pequeños, pero hoy sí, ¿no? Hoy ya puede ser que sea el partido más importante de tu carrera, ¿no? La victoria más importante de tu carrera.
Para un entrenador que le ha tocado la tómbola el venir a Sevilla, ¿no?
Is this the most important win in your football career? Well, winning the Europa League after these few games with Sevilla, it's not bad. I've got everything to thank. I want to thank my lads for everything they've done for our club. I want to thank the club for bringing me here. I want to thank the fans, for everything they've done, for coming over here, for supporting us, and of course they're bringing home the prize of the cup, the trophy. I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that we won. I'm happy for the club that were struggling when we arrived, and we've done something great and something good for the club. And of course, I'm also happy about everything. I'm happy about myself as well, because at the end of the day, it's the biggest trophy I've ever won, a Europa League trophy. Next question, please.
Hi, can I speak English?
Sí.
No problem. All right.
Okay.
What was the main, what you think, what was the main moment of the match?
Momento más, digamos, importante del partido.
A ver, cuando nos han metido el gol.
Well, let's see. When they got the goal, we thought it was going to be very complicated to come back, because they defend really well. They could get a second goal on the counter attack, but I think we played well. We got the equalizer early in the second half, and that gave us strength to try and win the game. I think we've spent longer time in the opposite side of the pitch, but it's true that at the very end of extra time we kind of suffered as well. So we tried to defend really well, and they always try to do that, defend really well, and get a second goal out of an isolated kind of play, but they couldn't make it. We got to the penalties, and well, Bono stopped one of them, and we managed to put the rest away, and of course that's why we lifted the trophy in the end. Yassine, congratulations. A question for you. The second penalty, did you touch it or not with the tip of your fingers? No, you have to check the camera. I think I did. Yeah, I think I barely did. Yeah. I think it was in if I hadn't touched it. So take a look at it later. So technically you stopped two, they're saying. You stopped two then. Well, no, they were talking about the penalty. We should talk about the two penalties. Another question for Yassine. What went through your head just before the penalty shootout? Because, after, for example, the last successful penalty shootout for you in the World Cup, well, I really had confidence in my players scoring their goals, scoring their penalties. So when you feel that, You know, you sort of set yourself free, knowing that you may stop one when you are confident that your players are ready to score their penalties, because we really wanted to win this. You face the penalty shootout with a more peace of mind, so to speak. I wanted to go along the same path, and it's a question for both of you. I don't know to what extent you can compare. Well, talk about the penalties because there's so much tension, it's impossible to replicate that. And I don't know if you had the feeling that Roma wanted to reach the penalties, and maybe that makes you think, if they want to go to penalties, maybe it's very clear that they want to try and win that way. No, we hadn't prepared it. Really, we hadn't prepared for the penalty shootout. I don't really agree. Kicking a penalty during a training session and kicking it with 60,000 in front of 60,000 fans, you know, are really two very different things. So we didn't really do anything specific, and we had the confidence in our players scoring the penalties. It's true that I wouldn't bet we didn't want to go to the penalty shootout. We tried to score a second goal before going to the penalty shootout, but yeah, and of course they could have scored as well with a few free kicks, etc. So it could have gone either way. Congratulations to both of you. The question is for the coach. You said that you are, among other things, you're happy about yourself. I wanted to ask you, how do you feel after being part of the history of Seville, thanks to your hard work? Well, it was easy for me with these lads. From the beginning, I told them that they're good. They are good players. And anemically, they were not really feeling really well. The mentally, they were not really feeling that well. But we wanted to change this. And in the end, it's them who have to win the games. You have to give them a few ideas on how do you think they can win. But in the end, it's the players that are on the pitch and have to play the games and win the games. You never know what is going to happen. But I've gone to every stadium with the confidence that we could win. And they confirmed to me that we can win and we can play good football, and they're good footballers, and that's the main thing for me. Congratulations again. Mendilibar just said that we tried to score the second goal along the 90th, the 90 or the 120 minutes. Is this the longest game of your life in every sense? Because it extended to 140 something minutes. When you want something, you don't really mind how long it takes. We were mentally prepared, because knowing how far we've gotten, and after the season that we've gone through, we really wanted the cup. We also had played 120 minutes against Juve, but chapeau, it's an incredible feeling. You know, the lads are still running at this hour, so it's just amazing. Well, these days, with the extra time that you're seeing in every game, yeah. If you get 6 minutes of extra of added time after the first 15 minutes of extra time, it's just amazing. It doesn't really add more minutes of play, more actual minutes of play. You know what we need to do, we need more continuity. We shouldn't stop that much, and that's what I see that is not being fixed by this adding extra time and eternal minutes of extra time, because it's not happening. and we didn't do a lot in that added time. Just another question for Mendy.